Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. My name's Liz and this is Let's Get Lizical, where we do everything card making. Today's video is part of a card making challenge that I'm starting for this year. It's called Holiday Card Hijinks 2024, which is the hashtag to use if you want to join in, just so I can see what you're posting on Instagram or YouTube. And then I can also share that on my social media or just give it a comment or whatever. But this challenge is going to be posted every month on the 25th. We'll be doing a holiday card based on a set of prompts that I've done, which I've posted on both my Instagram and YouTube. And I will show it up in the top left corner. If you need it, you can pause it and screenshot it. It's probably easier to go over to my Instagram, which is just at Let's Get Lizical, and screenshot it from there if you want to join. But if you just want to tag Holiday Card Hijinks 2024, as well as tag me at Let's Get Lizical, and then you can also hashtag the prompt for the month, and then I can check out and see what you guys do. So I'm super excited. I really wanted to do something Christmassy themed. Like, I know there's a bunch of other Christmas and holiday card challenges out there, but I just wanted to start one of my own, which is fun. And then I provided prompts. I find it's easier than just trying to come up with something off the top of your head every month. So I just gave little either ideas for, like, okay, one month is like, make a snow globe. That's all it says. The prompt is snow globe. This month is keep it simple. So it's a little vague, but like, obviously you do whatever you want within that prompt, like just plain simple cards. I've already had someone participate in this, and their cards were amazing, and I'm excited for other people to join as well. Yeah, so today we're gonna keep it simple. I'm just gonna use this Mama Elephant, I think it's called Me and My Yeti stamp set, as well as their puffy holiday greetings, which I use quite a bit. These are big, like, chunkier sentiments where the background gets colored with the ink, and then the sentiments are left white, and it just helps fill out some space. When you're doing plain and simple cards, it's sometimes difficult for people because they don't like all of that white space. I do like the white space on cards, so it's fine for me. And especially since I'm doing like this Yeti on top of like plain white base, I did cut my panels down and I kind of like double matted it. So the card base is a standard A2 size 4¼ by 5½. The blue matte layer that I use is, I believe, 4 by 5¼ and then I did 3¾ by 5 for the white base that this will go on. And I'm going to be ink blending a little bit on the background just to give him a little bit of depth and dimension. You could totally make this a 1-layer card, and if you want, you could mask off the Yeti to do the ink blending around it, and then just stamp the sentiment directly below it. I do cut these out with my brother Scan and Cut afterwards, and then just prop them up on some foam tape. But for now, I'm just stamping and coloring. I did have to do this twice. Even with the MISTI, sometimes you mess up, especially if your paper is not perfectly squared off. I tend to use a lot of scraps that I have laying around, and sometimes they're not perfect. So I take that risk by not setting it in the same place every time, but that's what I do. So those are just the risks I take, and that's how I roll. I like to live on the edge sometimes with my stamping. But right now I'm just going to kind of like lay out the top layer. This Yeti has a little bit of room, but not too much. So this, like, making your panel smaller helps fill out that space. Again, I'm kind of like double matting it, and it's easier to help fill out the space on a smaller panel. So if you don't like a lot of white space, you can do it this way. You can add like some sparkly borders to it. You can do like an actual double mat, like just whatever you feel like you need to do. And right now I'm just ink blending a bit of ground on the background. Like I said, I'm using some Lawn Fawn inks. I think I used River Rock, I don't remember, but I'll link it down below. Just kind of like circling around the back of the Yeti where he's going to be placed, and I'm just trying to make it like so that it's even, so that when he's centered there's the same amount on both sides, so it's not like darker on one side and not on the other. It's kind of blotchy in the middle there, but it's going to get covered up anyway, so it's not a problem. But yeah, so this is my plain and simple card for this month. It's super adorable. When I do Yetis, I like to color their faces blue. I kind of go, again, I think I've mentioned this before, but I like to do that Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer stop motion, kind of like the Yeti's face was like blue-ish, like blue steel gray kind of. So I usually go with bright blues for that, and then I'll just ink blend some, color some indication of fur just by adding a couple lines, and then I add a little bit of shading just to give them a little bit of color. Again, because it's going like basically white on white, I do want to add some kind of like depth and dimension to it. But yeah, so I'm just adding foam tape for a little bit of dimension. Dimension is life, as Laura Bassett always says, and it's true. Adding dimension to your card is like, it's really good. Like, it's, I don't know how else to describe it. It takes your card up a notch, right? Like, it's not your standard Hallmark card. You're adding interest to your card by adding dimension. And for the Yeti, I use I think it's 1/2 inch foam tape from Michaels, but it's like 1/16 in like thickness. I used to use the Mama Elephant foam tape, which it's pretty expensive when you're ordering it in Canada and having it shipped, because we do have to pay the extra like exchange or whatever. So I found this at Michael's. It's thicker than the Mama Elephant one. So if I do want a lower end dimension like I did for the sentiments, I'll just stack up a couple layers of cardstock instead. And that's what I did for the sentiment. So right now I'm just like gluing all my layers together. And then I'm going to add some of my Sakura Clear Glitter Jelly Roll pen, just as cute little accents here and there. Once I'm done adhering here, and I'm just using my bone folder to help mash that down a little bit. So that's our card for today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and let me know what your thoughts are, and if you'll be joining in at this challenge any point in time this year. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future content. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for my usual Friday uploads. Thanks, guys. Bye.